The 11 o'clock update, it is in from the National Hurricane Center. Haven't seen much in the way of change here over the course of the last 36 hours. Lee still has sustained winds of 115 miles per hour, gusts to 140, very little change there. It continues to move toward the northwest at 7 miles per hour. So overall, a pretty slow motion off toward the north and west. That said, we are expecting it to gradually weaken as it works its way off toward the north. So more of a northward turn expected to take place tomorrow. Then by Thursday, it's just off the coastline of Bermuda. Now, because of its expanse, because of how huge it is, again, tropical storm force winds extending 240 miles from the storm center. We are certainly expecting those tropical storm conditions there on Bermuda. Tropical storm watches right now in effect. However, at least the worst of it will be staying offshore. And as we look later into time, Friday heading into the weekend, even though it will be undergoing that transition from a warm core cyclone to a cold core cyclone, regardless, we're still expecting some impacts for sure across the New England coastline, stretching up toward the Canadian Maritimes, especially Nova Scotia, looking ahead to the weekend. So that's really going to be our focal point. As of now, though, the specifics are yet to be determined. Of course, we'll keep you updated as new data arrive. Then, of course, we have Margot, a Category 1 hurricane. Thankfully, though, a storm for the fish, as I call it. It'll stay in the Atlantic. It will never be a threat to us here or really to anyone. And then this other wave of energy here in the eastern Atlantic holds a high probability of becoming our next depression. So that's the latest on the tropics. A lot cooking, but thankfully nothing threatening southwest Florida. Live look outside right now from the beautiful Luminary Hotel downtown Fort Myers. Everything nice and quiet, enjoying those mostly clear skies, and overall conditions right now outside, they're still on the warm and muggy side. 83 degrees. Dew point, the measure of moisture in the air, sitting in the lower 70s. So even at this hour, still feeling more like 88 degrees. Today in Fort Myers, new record set 96, breaking that former record of 94 set back in 2010. Naples, Punta Gorda, 93 and 95 respectively, not quite in record territory, but certainly running above average. So looking ahead overnight tonight, looking ahead to tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. Mostly sunny skies are expected. First half of the day nice and quiet. After 3 o'clock, isolated storms on the way. Overall, though, those rain chances the next couple of days will stay pretty limited. Not necessarily expecting as many downpours as we saw today, but hey, any rainfall certainly helping. Last week, this was our drought. You're seeing a lot of peach here, moderate drought conditions for our coastline. And now, thanks to that rainfall from Idalia, seeing some improvement, at least backing off a layer of drought. Still, though, this far into the rainy season, we shouldn't have any drought at all. And of course, when you're talking about temperatures this hot, that only exacerbates that evaporation rate. So definitely we could use that rainfall, but the next couple of days presenting just a 30% rain chance each afternoon, then going up Friday, heading into the weekend.